Welcome to the podcast where we're harvesting humor, planting delight. Join us, Iona and Cammy. Let's have some fun. It's time for Fed by Farmers.
Well, the swallows are away.
No, they're not.
Are they not?
No.
But the table's clean.
So it is. There was a bird up there. Maybe it wasn't a swallow.
Maybe the kids have moved out, but the mum and dad's still at home. Maybe
Yeah,
it's the kids that are making a mess of the table.
makes sense.
Anyway, hello and welcome to the Fed by Farmers podcast with me, Cammy Wilson.
Cammy Iona Murray.
We are back with another weekly update. We're going to do a little chat. Oh, there's a bird literally flew into the window as we said that.
Is that?
Oh,
That's not a swallow.
That is a swallow.
Is it?
Aye.
Is that a baby one? No.
I don't know. It is looking a wee bit kind of dodgy there.
Adolescent.
Yeah, right. If it sits there and doesn't fly into the window till we get this done, that'll be fine. Who we introducing this week, Iona?
We are introducing Shona and Holly.
Shona and Holly from Crystalyx show. They are going to tell us about the inner workings of a small local show. I'm distracted. Oh, sorry. I'm distracted by the swallow flying about, but it found that little hole in the wall that I haven't bricked up yet, which is its main door. Mm-hmm. And someone said in the comments, don't brick it up because they like to nest in the same place all the time.
Oh, there's two in now.
They're
so fast.
They are fast and accurate, man. It's a wee hole that's flying through at a fair speed. Yes, we're here to hear the inner workings of Crystalyx show. I suppose any small local show, the challenges they face in terms of insurances, marquee costs, and how they generate income for the show. So we can hear a bit more about that.
It is I think it's amazing the amount of basically people just volunteering their time to make all these shows happen. It's so good, isn't it?
Oh, that's the only way it works. Mm-hmm. New Mill's show is happening this week, and actually today's we're recording this on a Monday. It comes out Tuesday morning, but they're cutting. There's boys out with the mowers cutting all the show field and putting in drains and all sorts of stuff, just improving it every year. New gates and pedestrian walkways, and it's all farmers putting their time in.
Someone was telling me as well at New Cumnock show, it's the young farmers that do it all.
Okay.
And I was like, that's such a great idea to get, to make sure that the shows are going to be kept going and going, getting the young ones involved.
Yeah, that's a good shout actually.
Isn't it?
Yeah, you let the young farmers run the show?
Yep.
Right, okay, at New Cumnock. Oh, that's interesting, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know that at New Mills, for example, they do have, the young farmers I think do the bar.
Right, okay,
and
yeah.
there's a dance tent, I think. So Crystalyx show, obviously we're going to hear all about that, but New Mill show, if you're local, is on Saturday. It's a great wee show, really easy to get to. You park in Loudon Castle and walk down into the show. So, and the wee train's always bouncing after it if you want a dram. Will we thank our sponsors?
We will. Thank you to Crystalyx and Herdwatch.
Yeah, thank you to both. I registered my final calf this week, and as I've said before, you literally just put in the tag number onto Herdwatch, and then for us in Scotland, you hit inform Scotty ID, and then the calf is registered. And I get my passport through the post. No need to duplicate it on Scotty ID or anything like that. Just do it in Herdwatch. Job done.
It's actually so good.
Oh, it's class. I didn't even realise it did that until, as we said, wee Jamesy told me about it the other week. So that's it. All the calves done. Calving finished for the year.
Yeah.
I did add my 10 new heifers. I get 10 new heifers. If you've been watching YouTube, I added them onto the app as well. So now my herd is 19 cows.
Wow.
Getting there.
Good number.
Well, it's not 19 cows. I suppose it's 15 cows and 4 calves. 3 of them are bull calves. 1 might be a keeper. I don't know. It's just a game. Just one heifer. And she's lame.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, my YouTube video that was out yesterday, my heifer's lame and I can't work out why.
Just limping?
Limping, aye, but I thought joint ill at first because that's, used to that in sheep at this time of year, but the vet's been in, had a look, no sign of that, and it's bruised around the bottom of the foot, so I've been at it trying to see if there's a thorn in it or something, but still, so we gave it 5 days Crystalyx. We're giving it, I think Alan said 7 days Crystalyx. It just keeps going at it till whatever's in it. We're hoping there's something in it and it's just pop out.
Come out.
Typically, it's your best calf.
I know.
Best cow's got mastitis. Best calf has got a sore foot. Still a lot easier on sheep though, that's for sure. Now, also Crystalyx as well. Yep, we've got the mag buckets out to the cows with calves this time of year. Went high mag, and we're going to hear more about that later in the podcast. And of course, both of these guys are going to be at Royal Cornwall Show this week. And they'll probably, they will be at Scottish Sheep as well. North Sheep.
Busy week, isn't it?
Busy week.
Which was this Tuesday, so North Sheep tomorrow, and then Cornwall on Thursday.
Yeah, we'll talk about all that at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear for the girls first and Kennymuir Show. Here we go.
Crystalyx Extra High Energy feed blocks have been providing high energy supplementation to ewes, lambs and rams in the UK since 1978. Packed full of protein, vitamins, minerals and trace elements, Crystalyx Extra High Energy has been proven to increase live lamb numbers and improve lamb daily live weight gain at a cost of only 4 to 7 pence per ewe per day. To view the full Crystalyx range and find your nearest stockist, visit crystalyx-global.com.
I do this turn in again. She does this.
Under pressure.
And it's bad. It's weird, isn't it?
You don't look at the camera. Look at the girls.
Okay.
Don't
right.
think about the camera. Just look at the girls.
Okay. So we're joined today by Shona and Holly from... Where are you from?
The Kennymuir Show.
Just lost your flow.
It is awful, isn't it? It's because I was more meaning where do you live?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Right, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You were flowing right. You should have said that. But then you thought you were going to be rude if you said, yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
but then where do you actually live?
Well,
Yeah.
if you weren't so uptight, everybody else wouldn't be so uptight.
No, you're right. But that's why you do.
Furry boots. Do you say furry boots up your neck of the woods? Furry boots? No, is that right northeast?
Probably, yeah.
Right, okay.
Plus, see, she's Angus. I'm Aberdeenshire. I'm further up.
We like Angus
So,
here. We have a boy named Angus. Thought about Cooper for another name as well.
Cooper's a lovely name.
But yeah, met somebody the other day who had a son Cooper and they spelt it like Cupar as well.
Oh, did they?
It's Cooper.
That's
might-
Fife.
Aye, that's Fife.
Yeah.
Aye, but yeah, like what's Cooper Angus? What's that?
Coupar.
Ah, okay. So I didn't even know there was two Coopers. There you go. But is there a Cooper or is it just Cooper Angus?
Cooper Angus.
Aye, so you don't split it.
No.
Okay. Look, in a tangent already. So Angus and where else?
Aberdeenshire. I'm Stonehaven.
But Stonehaven, is that quite posh Aberdeenshire? What's that like?
No, but no.
Oh, don't go defensive. I'm just saying it.
I think I was like, oh.
How dare
South
you?
Aberdeenshire. So, well, I don't know. Yeah. It's, nice.
Well, I
It's a
think-
nice area.
I think Aberdeenshire, quite, you know.
Yeah, so do
Maybe
I.
it's because the oil money and that. I'm thinking
Well,
it's-
yeah, maybe.
And
Yeah.
the big Arable boys.
It is nice. I can't say Stonehaven is a nice. It's a little seaside town.
Oh, nice.
So if people come, visitors come. Yeah.
It's getting posher all the time, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
Troon. It's basically Troon of Ayrshire. But no, but that's nice. Have you always been from there?
No, well, kind of in that area, yeah, in Verberby I grew up, and then my husband's family farm in Stonehaven, which is why we're back living on the farm. So
Okay.
And were you from a farm originally?
no farming background at all.
Right,
No.
okay.
No, my dad was in the oil industry. My mum was a pharmaceutical rep, so nothing.
No.
I always had a connection to animals and stuff. Loved animals. Don't know where I get that from. And I worked with horses. So,
Right.
but yeah, no agricultural background.
And
at
how did you meet your husband?
all. On Match.com.
Did you?
Old school.
Yeah.
that is.
Which is really strange because my best friend's mum and dad had a farm right across the road, basically, from his mum and dad's farm. And
way.
she used to joke and say, oh, there's a farmer's son for you at the end of the road. And I was like, yeah, whatever. It turned out it was Lewis. And we've got photos of the Highland Show 2013. And he's like in my pictures, but we'd never met then. So it's
Okay.
weird.
I like
Fate. Match.com, but it was fate, really.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That brought you together. Yeah, that's cool. Was that a... I think that was like the very first one, wasn't it? Wait, what year are we talking here?
2019
Oh, well, that's not
Oh,
long ago.
Yeah.
that's not. Is that on your mobile or is that like a desktop?
on my mobile.
Could
yeah.
get right into it now.
Yeah.
On these
Yeah.
questions. Just these questions.
Why did I just ask that? Why did
There's a reason why Iona's asking. There's a reason. She was like, all right, okay.
And how exactly do you sign up for it?
Well, I always joke because you've got to pay for Match.com. And I always
Oh,
joke, I was
do
like, I
you?
cannot imagine for you paying for that. So it's like become a running joke.
How
Yeah.
you
He's
ever
like,
ended
yeah, I
up on
just
there?
can't imagine them ever being willing to pay for like a dating app. But you did.
Wow. I suppose if somebody's paying for a dating app, you know they're meaning business. They're actually.
Not going to lie, they're still.
Are they?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I was going to make a joke about paying for something there, but I've skipped over it. In my head, I ran it past my sort of my
Judge.
screening process inside. I'm like, no, pass that one, Cammy. So Kennymuir Show.
Yes.
Okay, this is a big one. Also, hype up Kennymuir Show. You're here to talk about it. What is so interesting about your role at Kennymuir Show? Tell us.
It's just well, I was on the. I started at 14, taking the money on the gate as a guide, and then asked to come on the committee. Been on the committee for a few years, and it's a rolling 10-year programme. You do 3 years as a vice, 3 years as a junior, 3 years as vice, 3 years chair, and then a year past chair. So you have a 10-year.
That is quite a commitment.
Yeah. So I was asked, and I thought, well, put your money where your mouth is. You're quite happy to sit at committee meetings and put your chib in. So.
Well, and when you say you have to sign up to this 10-year process, or
Well,
you
you
just
don't
have
have
to
to,
do 10
that's-
years if you want to get to the top.
Yeah, if you want to carry it on through.
Okay.
Wow.
And you're chairwoman now?
Well, chairman.
No, chairman. Chairperson.
No, chairman.
Chairman.
Yep, I was quite thinking there's been a chairman since 1877. I'm quite happy.
Still be a
Get
chairman. Yeah, okay.
But I get a lady chairman or something when they're addressing the committee.
Lady chairman. Yeah, I think I've heard that term
Yeah.
before. Yeah, okay. But you're the first one ever in the history of the show.
Yep.
Very progressive. It's good to hear. I take it most other shows have. There might be shows out there that's never had a woman, would there?
I think there will be loads of shows that have
Yeah.
never had a woman.
Would there? Right, okay.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. No, it could be. What about Muirkirk?
No,
Do you think Muirkirk's ever had a woman?
no.
No? Okay.
Had
I
a-
don't know that, but I would be 99%
With a lady
sure
vice
that-
chair, but she never went on to do chair.
Okay,
Right.
so you're the first one to do it. How's it been?
Good. Yeah. Look, big experience and yeah, a lot of phone calls and things. You know, things you're getting on great, and then something will happen, and you're like, oh, you know, a judge will pull out, or you know, well, or just little things that you don't realise till you're in the seat that, oh my goodness, all this has to go on.
Yeah, yeah. Do these, you know, it's Kirriemuir, it's not a small show, but like smaller obviously than when you think of the Highland and work
Yeah,
backwards.
oh yeah.
But it's a one-day show, is it?
One day show.
How many
yeah.
people do you get?
About 2,000.
Right, okay.
On
Yeah,
a-
yeah.
It's very weather dependent.
Yeah.
That's the sad thing with these things.
You can tell if it rains by 11 o'clock. You know, they're deciding what they're doing, and if it's raining, it's just the diehards that come out.
What date is it this year?
19th of July.
19th of July, you would hope, eh? Most years, eh? But bad last year, was it?
No, we were cool in the morning. It rained all the Friday night, and it was, I thought, oh no, but it was cool in the morning, and then the sun came out just the back of dinner time, and it was a gorgeous day.
Okay.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
23 was bad. It was a rainy year.
Yeah.
That was pretty
And
miserable.
does it make money? Does
If
it
we-
need much money? Maybe it doesn't
Oh,
need much
yeah.
money. Oh, it does need much money.
We were about 25.5 grand last year to put the show on. Really? A lot of money.
And our
a lot of money.
marquees have doubled in costs since COVID.
Have they?
25.5 grand.
So what's the biggest sort of expenditure?
Marquees.
Right.
And then closely followed by toilets. They're expensive
Okay.
as well for hiring.
And what do you need your marquees for like your cater, for your judges' tent, and what else?
Like handicrafts and things.
A
Yeah.
craft tent and a industrial section, like the produce and we'll have a secretary's tent,
Bar.
we have an outdoor. We've put a tent up in case it's wet or dry, you know, to shade or you know, if it's too hot for folk, we'll hire picnic tables so folk can sit and eat.
Yeah, okay,
either
that's all
inside or
money.
out. Yeah,
Does the bar do well?
we've only done the bar ourselves. This will be our 3rd year, so it's getting better every year.
Okay, okay.
And how do you raise money for the show?
In the past, we've had race nights, dances. During COVID, that was a total killer because we'd no way of generating income, but we still had like insurance and all that to keep paying. So we did a 500 club because every member could get in touch with someone to buy a ticket, pay the money in the bank account. We didn't need to see anybody.
Okay.
We did a monthly draw, so that kept the show.
What, like a prize draw?
Yeah, like we drew so many tickets out every month
Like
over
a-
the year, and then we had a big prize, £250 at show time, like the prize ticket. So there was like 3 tickets at £20
Okay.
every year, every month, and then show time we had a bigger, you know, there was a prize for the winning ticket got £250. So.
But why do you still need your insurances and all that if it's but
It's
the
all
show wouldn't be on COVID year, was it?
No, but we still have equipment that has to be insured.
Yeah, okay,
Like
so you have
gates,
actually got
yeah,
like monthly costs all year round.
yeah.
Right, okay. And your show field, is it just gifted to the show free by a farmer? Or?
Yeah, there's the Aiken family, the field, we get the use of the field every year from them.
Okay. So
So
that's a
it's-
big
yeah,
save.
yeah.
But then most shows will be the same, I think.
A
I
few
would
of them
think
so. Own their
own
fields.
fields now,
Yeah.
just as
Really?
security, but it just depends as and when. If land comes up, if they can afford it, all sorts of bits and pieces. And we only know that, so there's the Scottish Show Forum every January.
Right.
So all the shows get together at Ingliston, and it's a good time for us to be able to speak to other chairmen, other secretaries, get advice, speak to each other, see what's going on, and then you find out little bits and pieces at the show forum.
Yeah.
It's good.
And what's your role, Holly?
I'm secretary,
right, okay.
so I'm quite new to it. This will be my 3rd year.
Okay.
So it was a bit of a baptism of fire.
The secretary chasing up the money. What does the secretary do?
She does everything.
Yeah.
Basically, dog's body. Yeah.
Basically everything, yeah. So all the paperwork, getting sponsorships, dealing with all the entries, doing the catalogue, doing the schedules, dealing with random problems.
Sounds hellish.
Everything.
Sounds worse than your job.
It was like that when we interviewed, because you can't sell it short, because like the 6 weeks before the show, life is not your own,
Okay.
because it's just constant. Try to get entries in, get catalogue, and it's all Holly that does that. You know, we're all trying to get folk to enter and G that up, but Holly has all the work to do with it. So when we were interviewing, you know, the show ticks along, 7 months of the year, nothing really happens. And then we start after New Year getting sponsorship letters out and building the catalogue and trying to get adverts in, and it increases, and then the 2 weeks before the show, your life's not your own. How do you sell it? Come and work for us.
Yes.
Again. You know,
So they undersold it, tricked me in, and now I'm stuck. No,
There
it's
wasn't
fine.
that much to do, just the odd hour here and there. You know, you can do it in the evenings. Now it's a full-time role.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. And 2,000 folk, I don't know about shows. Is 2,000 folk quite a good size for a one-day show? I wouldn't honestly know.
I don't know.
I would say we're on the smaller side of
Size,
shows.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I wouldn't honestly know. I wouldn't know. How many does Air Show get? Do you know?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Remember they said...
No, that was money. They said how much
so
money
then
they
we could
took.
work out from that, 20 quid a ticket.
All right. Would they do about 10,000 folk?
Must have.
I would say they're a lot bigger than us, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, that is, to be fair, yeah, it could be. It is a busy,
It's a
busy
big
show.
show.
Yeah.
That is a big show. Air Show is a big show.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
by, compared to every other Ayrshire show. We've got like New Mills and these kind of things. It'll be very similar, I think, down here. What's your kind of, obviously you're great to promote the show here and all that and have a bit of chat about it. It's good to hear the inner workings of it too. Like a lot of folk don't realise
How much goes into it?
and how important these like local companies sponsoring programmes and
we'd be lost without it.
aye,
Absolutely lost.
how
There'd be
important
no
that is.
show. Yeah.
Exactly, there wouldn't be a show and folk turning out
Yep.
even on a wet day. You said you do the bar yourself. Like, surely is the bar not the biggest? What's the biggest earner at the show? Like, what's your biggest? What brings in your most money?
Entry
Sponsorship
tickets,
bar.
probably.
Entry
Of
tickets
course,
would be
Yeah.
of course it would be.
Yeah.
Much is it to get in?
£10.
Tenner. Sounds all right. Kids in free.
Most of them
12 and
over
over.
12.
Do you cha-
Fiver.
okay? Do you charge for parking?
Nope.
Right. Okay.
Fair.
Seems all right. Seems all right. Do you do like a main ring? Has it got a main ring and all that?
Yeah, we've pared it back, and there's a local guy that's sheepdogs. This is his first year with the ducks.
Yes.
So
Ducks of Dunnican.
the ducks of Dunnican.
Yes. I've seen. There was a Kiwi boy did it for years who was something to do with sheep show. Trevor from the sheep show that we interviewed. He was, I think he started the sheep show. Maybe, don't quote me on that. And he used to do a lot of that duck display with the sheepdog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is that, like herding ducks with a sheepdog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ducks, aye. It's
Right.
like the wee Indian runner ducks, isn't it? They
Yeah.
just run really
And they have
fast.
he's got obstacles and things to put them up in the dog to get them round and
Right?
things. And so this is his first year of it. So
Yeah, I think they were at your show.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same
I
chap.
don't think, because Mike, he's just
Oh, this is his first go at
he's
it.
just outside Forfar, so this is his base.
Oh, it could be a right good laugh then. 'Cause
He's
first-
a sheepdog trailer, so he's
aye,
done
aye.
it. So this is just a new thing.
He's got great dogs.
It was
and
just
it's
to train his dogs, and then it's sort of taken off. And I was speaking to him one day, and I said, "Would you come in?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll give it a whirl." So,
and it's good, and you don't need to worry. You won't need to do a movement on the hunt for ducks, do you? It's just a
Don't
dodo.
think
You
so.
just rock
Yeah,
up
yeah.
with the ducks and
So
rattle them around the ring.
we've really pared it back. We do a bale push, get teams in the bale down the park, and we also do tractor pulling with the kids. We got 3 tractors from local ride-on tractors
Oh,
from
yeah, yeah.
local dealerships, and the kids, one kid on the tractor, and they pull it, and it's the first one over the line, and they love it. They absolutely love it. The kids.
Yeah, but they've loads of them pulling a one big
well,
rope.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
the
okay.
team, and then we'll have heats because there's that many of them want to do it.
And this bale roll thing, is this like a big macho thing?
Yeah, can be.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think they do that at Carmichael Gala Day down here. The
Do
bale
they?
roll. I think we should do more of that.
What, bale rolling?
Are just those kind of things like like,
We used to do piano smashing in days of old,
yeah.
and you had to get it through a certain size, but we had to smash it thin enough to get it through a square.
Oh,
And
and
all-
you need to put each piece through the
Yeah,
square.
we had sledgehammers.
Yeah, but then price of pianos, eh?
Yeah, well, nobody had an old piano. So it's
Once you'd smashed them all,
Yeah.
it's hard to get anymore. But no, but things like, I mean, folk get hurt, right? And it's getting the balance of folk, you know, because
Well,
folk come
that's-
to the beer tent and then you give them a hammer.
Well,
Yeah.
when I was younger, we had tractor skiing. So there was a fert bag on the back of a tractor and you had 2 buckets of water and you had to do a circuit.
Oh, you had to balance on the
Yeah, and
bag?
who had the most water left in their bucket won. But that's just a health and safety no-no these days.
Yeah, health and safety, man.
Yeah.
But I even think, because like Granton Show, I think we were going to Granton Show, and they do some sort. They've told me to bring my trainers because they do some sort of. You need to run and hit a stab in or something, and then roll a bale maybe, and do some stuff like that. And I just thought that's the entertainment you want.
Yeah.
in the main
It's
rings,
like an
isn't it?
adult sports day.
Like an adult
Yeah.
sports day.
Yeah.
So
like,
that's what we've done. We've paired it right back with the kids' races and we have a dog race at the end of the...
I was going to say musical cars is also really popular.
Oh, what's that?
we have to
Probably
stop
better
on the
explain.
music,
Yeah, and
And-
run to electric fence posts in the middle.
right?
And then we take them away. It's like musical chairs.
Oh, so everybody has a post, and then when there's no post left,
Yeah, and then it's like the cars drive round and the music stops and you have to run out the car and grab a post.
is this the kids?
Well, no, it's adults. It's
Driver.
driver. Yeah.
Oh,
We'll actually have cars going out the ring.
oh, actual cars.
Yeah.
I was thinking like we dodgems, like,
No.
but like people's like in the pickup,
Yeah.
and you need to drive it and then get out. That sounds insane. I've got an automatic. Like, I would 100% jump out and it would just
Keep going.
keep going. Does that not happen?
No.
No, it hasn't. No. There's disclaimers involved.
Yeah.
As in, what, if it rolls, you're out.
Well, no, as in like you have to make sure that you've not been drinking before your sign and say that you've not been drinking before you've
Okay,
been
there's just
taking
no fun.
part.
There's
and
just no fun to be
all
had
sorts of stuff,
anywhere.
yeah.
Like, okay, right. Do they make you
Yeah.
sign a thing?
Yeah.
Well, we would make them sign a thing now, yeah, just as like a cover for the show, just in case.
Aye, but they're not professionals or anything. They're
No,
literally
no,
just
it's just like
random
yeah,
farmers.
Yeah,
Yeah, just get their cars in.
but they love it. It's always the last thing in the main,
That's what finishes the
ring.
show.
Aye, I've
yeah.
never heard of this before.
No, neither
It
have I.
sounds mental. It sounds like it sounds more of a health and safety issue than smashing a piano.
Yeah.
Have you got any videos of it we could put it in the YouTube?
I don't know actually.
See if you can find a wee. I know you wouldn't want to maybe film it. Like, no, he signed a form. He's not been drinking. Like, would you have signed the form if he'd had 5 years? Come on now. Come on now. This will keep us right. Don't worry. Yeah, okay, right. That's an interesting one. But yeah, I think things like that in the mainland are great. If you can, especially if you can get like well-kent farmers and all that involved and stuff, rolling bales
Yeah,
and
it's fun.
all the. Do you have just a guy who wins it every year?
I don't know. I never see anything 'cause I'm in the secretary's tent, so
Yeah, it's just
Do you
really,
think we'll
really
toss
bondy.
the sheaf?
Like toss the sheath at Muircart. They do. Do you not do toss the sheath?
No, not anymore. No,
No. Was that another issue? Oh, what happened with that one?
no but it's just nobody would do it. So then
Is that
just-
right?
Yeah. It just
They need
became-
Glenn Welsh there.
Aye, to bully them.
Yep.
Yeah. A bit of bullying, positive bullying's all right. What is your farming background?
I wasn't brought up on a farm, but all my relatives are. So
Okay.
I knew my dad was an agriculture engineer. So
For what company?
it was Gillis and Henderson.
Right, what is it now?
They're no longer.
Oh, he was in
Yeah.
there just,
Oh.
yeah, okay, yeah.
They were taken over.
What brands was that? There'll be people who will know them, eh? North
David Brown was.
Davy
so that's
Brown's,
how
was
old
it?
it is, yeah.
Ah, that's good though, that's good. Oh, listen, there's plenty of folk
Placing
will listen.
combines. And
We'll not like all this
it's when the
nostalgia.
vintage comes in the ring now and a 1394 Davy Brown comes in and I'm like, that is not vintage because that's what I grew up with.
Can you be vintage?
How dare you be a vintage tractor?
yes. Don't worry, it'll happen to us all, I'm
Yeah.
sure. So that was you get the background of agriculture that way, but
Yeah.
how did you actually end up getting back in the show? Just attending the show and
Well, I did the gates through the
oh,
guides.
as you said that, yeah, okay,
And
right,
then-
and literally just through that,
Yeah, and
through the girl guides,
yeah.
and just always been part. So how many years you actually been involved, like
Probably
helping the show?
40 years. 'cause I was
40 years.
Wow.
I was 14, yeah.
Fair play.
So
Yeah.
That's a long service medal right
Yeah.
there.
And what's your day job?
I used to work for the Royal Bank.
Right.
And then I got married. My husband is a farmer, so I'm farmer's wife, as I say, is my job title because that is a job.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And when did you do it at Royal Bank?
It just was a
On the desk.
cashier. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And you just packed that in, did you? For the
Well, I had my son. I didn't go back, so I was just at home helping at home.
quite right.
And what do you have on your farm?
Beef cattle and barley.
All right, okay, arable.
Take it through.
Do you class yourself as a beef farmer or more
Yeah.
arable? What's the biggest part of it, the beef or the arable?
Cattle. Yeah,
Okay.
120 breeding. And we take them right through to slaughter.
And where's the sheep?
No sheep.
No sheep?
No sheep.
Not even in the winter?
No.
Well, hang on a minute. How many acres you got?
600.
600 acres? Much of it in grass?
We've got hell in that as well, so
And do you outwinter cattle in the hill?
not really, no, because they're
The hill just sits nothing on it all winter? Oh, I need to have a discussion about this. Man, there could be good money to be made here. Is there a reason? What's the reason for no sheep? Some people have a reason. They just like hate sheep.
we had sheep. We had 100 ewes, and John was on his own at that time, and he was trying to lamb ewes and sow at the same time, and it didn't work. And then when foot and mouth hit in 2001, they kind of got, sheep. They couldn't get rid of them, and it was just a thrash. So he decided that he would get rid of his sheep and increase his cows, because feeding 10 extra cows against 100 sheep was
workload wise.
Well, when you're set up anyway.
yeah. So
And sheep are serious
a lot
work.
of work.
Like,
Yeah, that's what he said. Didn't realise how much work you were through them until you didn't have to go through them.
Yeah, aye. Sheep are.
So
Sheep are the absolute pinnacle of farming. There's no doubt about it. They are hellish. So see, since I've got the cows, I've just been like, what a dream these are. Like, kick them out to the grass, run around them in the morning. There's no, very rarely do they get a sore foot, no fly strike. What other sheep problems do you get? Stuck in their back. This time of year, all these daft things, stuck in a hedge.
Yeah, just
hung in a tree
things.
like that one I had the other day.
Yeah.
Like, just stupid things that sheep do. Whereas cows are just sitting chilling.
Yeah.
Pretty happy, and they look class as well, and they're quite friendly. You can actually go up and see them. Whereas the sheep just obviously bolt. So there will be people who know you close by, listening intently here. But why is he never taking winters on?
probably because we don't have fences to keep them in.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm always.
It's all electric for the cattle. So.
How many holidays do you go a year?
I am now up to a week.
A week? More a beef farmer than an arable farmer then. yeah, definitely.
Once the last cow's calved, used to get the right, go and see what you can get.
And go away for a week?
Yeah.
Definitely more
Well,
a
it
beef
used to
farmer.
just be 5 days, and then we went on a cruise, and we got a week. So I was like, we've had 1 week, so we're keeping it.
I'm not against the cruise idea. I think I like the cruise idea.
Are you not?
Well, I think for me, if we're going to take away, they can't really get anywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty contained.
Yeah, aye.
And there's loads.
And so much to do.
Well, aye, especially those big crazy ones, eh? But look, what's your kind of cruise that you're going on there? What are you talking about there?
Oh, we did it in 2018. It'll not be.
Aye, but was that like a Mediterranean or is it like Nordic?
West Mediterranean. So Barcelona.
Yeah, but it wasn't one of those big stupid boats, was it? It would be like
Well, there's
respectable.
5,000 people on it. Yeah.
What's that?
Because we were sitting in.
2.5 Kirriemuir shows there.
Well, Kerry, the population of Kerry is about 6,000 now, but it would be about 5.5 when I grew up.
Yeah.
Five,
So that's
and I was like, the whole population of Kerry is with us
on a boat.
on the boat.
That is a big boat.
Yeah, it was.
5,000.
Yeah.
Did it feel like it was 5,000 folk there though?
Not at all. And
No?
I never felt I was on a ship until one of the nights we were sitting in the bar and there was a wee bit of a rock, and you thought, oh
I've had too many drinks.
no, but it didn't feel at all. There was all those people with you.
I know I'm for it. I know I get seasick and that, but like it's like you say, the big boats are no bother really.
No.
Plus,
I've heard a few people doing like the Greek islands, like doing Mykonos and Croatia and not Croatia.
well, it's
it be
not a Greek
Croatia?
island, but it is over that way.
Over that way. I
Yeah.
think that one sounds nice.
And we did Barcelona, Monaco,
Sounds all right.
Mallorca, and then back to Barcelona. That was good.
Yeah.
Think you'll ever go
It's-
abroad again?
Again? Oh, at some point, I would dare
Would you
say.
want to?
I don't particularly say I'd want to right enough. I don't think I'd particularly want to, but we probably will at some point. Something will arise. I mean, I'm flying to Northern Ireland on Friday, which is kind of abroad. So it's on a plane, isn't it? And it's over the sea.
Well, that's only one holiday we've ever booked, because we never book anything, because you can't book till the last cow's calved, so.
You don't know.
Yeah. But is your son going to farm?
Yeah, oh yeah, tractor was his first word. So.
Is that right?
Yep, it was destined to go.
Yeah, so what age is he?
He'll be 23 next month.
Aye, so he'll be about ready to shove you out the road. And
Oh, he would tomorrow. He would.
yeah.
Have you got any other kids?
No, just one, just William. Yep.
So he's going to take it on. Is he back at home working the now?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that's ideal. And in the summer, does he just flat out on the farm with you, or is he elsewhere? Or
No, he's just at home. He helps the neighbours plant ties and lift them.
Aye, I think you could do a fortnight then, couldn't
Oh
you?
yeah,
Pass the responsibility on.
Yeah.
10 days.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Did they show anything at the show? Did they?
No.
Not showy beef cattle. Not
No,
into all
no.
these like James Nisbet style with the commercial fancy things. No,
He
no.
sees them every day, so he's not wanting to.
Aye.
show them.
Start washing them and doing all that. What is your big sections at the show?
Horses.
Oh, is
is
it?
Horses seem to be quite good for supporting a lot of small
Sheep.
shows.
We get a lot of sheep.
What breeds? What's that area? That won't really be Blackie country, will it? It
Yeah,
could be.
we've Suffolk, North and South Blackies, Beltex, Texel, and any other.
And do quite a good turn with it.
Yeah, no, the sheep are good.
Yeah.
But not so much cattle.
Cattle's dwindling.
Yeah.
Our commercial section would probably be the biggest section.
Mm-hmm.
Commercial cattle.
Aye. Is
Highland cattle's normally not too
Yeah,
bad as well.
it's
Yeah.
getting bigger
yeah.
as well.
right, okay. Highland cattle.
And have you got horses yourself?
I've got 2 donkeys and a Shetland pony.
So no then.
I used to.
yeah.
I used to have donkeys.
Oh, did you? I
Yeah.
love donkeys.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, maybe you told me that actually. Aye.
Because I wanted a horse.
I bet your dad's like, no, I'll get you a donkey. Can you ride a donkey? Apart, well, obviously I've read the Bible. I know you can ride a donkey, but like that seemed like an exceptional circumstance.
You can.
Can you do it for leisure, not for emergencies?
Yes.
Was it an emergency in the Bible? Was it not? Kind
No,
of.
was it not the wise men?
Oh no, I thought Mary rode a donkey
She did.
because
To Bethlehem.
because her legs were away because she was
Pregnant.
about
and
9 months
labour.
pregnant. Aye, she did, didn't she? Aye.
Yeah.
So.
How
Uh,
did the
uh,
wise men get there? They just walk.
They hoofed it, didn't they? They followed the star.
I was
they
with
on
you. I thought they were
camels?
on donkeys.
Did you? Oh, was
Oh,
it camels? Yeah.
Oh, of course, they're wise men. They're not
Yeah.
going to walk.
No,
Come on.
they're not.
They look pretty stupid turning up, you know. Oh, we walked 200 miles.
Yeah, how did you get here?
Like, never heard of a camel. So they were camels, were they?
Camels.
Well,
Yeah, no,
I've
that
seen
rings
the
a bell now. Aye.
I love a good tangent, man. I love a good tangent. It was an old myth. It was an old myth that if you ride a donkey for a bit, the bumping would help bring on the birth. But that's the whole story, isn't it? But then they get caught out because then they booked a room.
Aye.
And then they're like, mate, nightmare, having the rain.
Whose door did they knock on? Of
The innkeeper.
course.
You never did the nativity?
Yeah, I was just trying to remember.
Are you
And then-
religious, guys?
No.
No?
No.
Wee bit?
wee bit, yeah.
That's all right. Do you go to church on a Sunday?
Occasionally.
That's okay.
nice.
Yeah. Just keep the job right. Just enough to... just in case
in
the big
case.
man asks you, you can say, oh, I've been...
Harvest Thanksgiving, we're right in there.
Yeah. Give his son. Okay. Just enough to keep your hand
Yeah.
on. That's it. But no, it's the donkey side of things. If I got a donkey, could the kids ride a donkey?
Yeah, the kids could.
Or are they better with a Shetland pony?
Don't know.
have
Donkeys
both?
would probably last longer, to be honest, but they're harder
not a
work.
Live
donkey.
than-
forever. They
Yeah.
live until they're like 50.
You're joking.
No.
But so do Shetland ponies, technically, they can do.
Can
they
they?
can live. I've
50?
never met one that old. I used to work for Red Wings Horse Sanctuary Mountains at Forfar, and we had ones, but they were all in their 30s, and they were like old by then.
The Shetland ponies.
Shetland ponies and donkeys, and never
Ah.
really had one. I think we maybe had a Shetland pony that was up to 40 at one point, but yeah.
That's mental, isn't it? They're noisy donkeys as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
But-
quite like that. Not all the time, but yeah.
Aye. But they're good for
Yeah.
telling you if somebody's coming about and that. Do they not do a
Yeah.
bit of that? And they're good for dogs chasing sheep. They're not good for protecting your
are
sheep.
they?
So I'm sure folk come in commenting saying get a donkey, and they just like they'll just attack because they get pally
Go
with the
for the
sheep. And they'll
dogs.
just,
Is
go
there
for
not
the
something about if you put a donkey in with bulls as well?
dogs. Oh, there's people use donkeys to halter train them.
Oh,
I
maybe,
know that.
yeah.
I've seen that.
Right.
I think maybe Ali Jackson does that.
Really?
I don't like give away any secrets here. I've seen on Snapchat, but I'm sure I'm sure you put the bull to a donkey, don't you? I'm
Yeah.
I'm
What
doubting
are you
myself
meaning
now.
put the bull to a donkey?
Well, like you put the halter on the bull,
Hook it on, aye.
and then you hook it to the donkey somehow. I can't remember what I seen.
Right?
It was all a bit surreal.
Yeah.
And then the donkey walks the bull around,
Right?
and it saves you. Well, I think the bull maybe I don't know what.
Maybe it'll be
honestly,
calmer
the
or
more
something.
the more I'm saying things here, the less I believe what
I
I'm
know.
saying. But I am 90% sure that is
I think.
what I saw.
Okay, I believe you.
And I'll try and get them to send me a video if you're watching on YouTube. I'll slot it in. If what I said was true, it might not be.
Yeah.
But yeah, they use them to halter train bulls and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, what age is your donkey?
They're just young. They're 6 and 9 maybe.
So you're getting like 40 years of this?
And my Shetland pony's even younger. I think he's about 5. So yeah.
That's a mad commitment, isn't it?
So yeah.
Like,
It's a big
what do you do? I mean, like, what do you do if you get sick of, you want rid of the donkey?
Sell
Well,
it.
you could sell them, yeah.
Yeah, but who's going to buy a 30-year-old donkey? Do
Well, probably not 30. No, you can't. Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
tough sell.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You need to get in early.
You're going to have to
Yeah.
offer money with the donkey.
Yeah.
Or something. But I mean, I don't want to be morbid about it, but like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to look after a donkey for 40 years. Like, what do you do with it?
Why not? Like, it's doing no harm just out in your field.
I was 74.
Yeah. Oh, imagine you with a wee old donkey.
You'd probably be quite emotional with the wee donkey, isn't it? It's been there for 40 years. I know. Like, you've seen the
Be your
kids
wee
come and grow.
pal.
And I know he would actually.
Leaving kids leaving home.
Yeah.
But the donkey's always been there.
Yeah.
My wee pal. Making a noise every month. So that's what you've got to look forward to.
Well, yeah. Mine
What-
have got
what-
a bit of a job now, though, so it's okay.
The donkeys
What's their
have.
job?
Yeah, well, we've opened up a new agritourism business. So we've opened up a little farm park, Grains Farm, on the farm.
What's it called?
Grains Farm.
How you spelling that?
Grains, Grains.
Grains. Okay.
Grains, yeah.
So Grains Farm. You've
Yep.
got a Facebook page in that.
Yep.
So folk can see if they're up
Yeah.
in your area.
Yeah, come and visit us,
All the
that'd be
posh
great.
folk in Stonehaven
Yeah.
could come in, and you just lead the donkeys about.
Well, no, we've got the animal paddock, so people pay an admission fee, come round, they can feed and pet the animals. We've got a menagerie of all sorts of animals.
What have you got?
And then I've got my donkeys and my Shetland pony. I've got goats and sheep and alpacas, turkeys, hens. What am I missing? Pigs,
What kind of sheep?
Rylands.
Good option for that, I think. Quite cute. Quite
I
Was
think
it-
I'm getting a couple of Valley Black
I
Nose
was
as well.
just about to say Valley Black
Yeah, my
Nose.
friend breeds them, and I've got 2 that I've got my eye on this year.
Yeah, it's a
Lambs.
great shout.
They probably are the best for that job
Yeah.
because they're just so unique.
They're really
How much are you charging to get in?
£9.
£9?
Yeah.
How's it doing? All right?
Yeah, good. It's our first. We did a couple of open weekends last year. This is like our first proper year of it, really. So we opened in April. We do weekends all the way up to end of October.
So you just
So-
open the weekends?
Well, yeah, and then I'll open extra on the school holidays. So we've got 2
Yeah,
little
okay.
girls, so it's just trying to balance everything
Yeah.
with them. But I run a toddler group, little lambs toddler group on the farm on a Friday and a Monday. So it's a different like farm themed activity each week. They have like an hour and a half at the farm. We do different things. Like last week we were making bird feeders. We've done some animal handling. We're having a tractor week, all sorts of things like that.
Right, that sounds
So-
like Lizzie would like that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
so you just charge parents? Parents just pay you to bring their kids to you twice a week,
Well, they
but
come
they
as
stay.
well. Yeah.
they have to stay, of course.
Yeah.
So, and you just facilitate some sort of semi-educational
Yeah.
activity.
Yeah. And then they
Okay.
just get like a free reign of the farm. So then they go wander and they buy some animal feed, go and feed the animals.
See, for people
We've
in
got
the
some
town,
play activities and stuff
Oh,
as well.
It's like a
Even people
dream
not in the
for
town, Lizzie would
people.
take the boys to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just some
It
sort
has
of-
been. It's been good. Yeah.
Okay.
And having
So-
the parents there, that takes a lot of the responsibility off
Yeah.
you as well. Like, that's huge for
Yeah.
insurance and everything. That's
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, because I mean, we obviously our setup here at the farm. I was wondering all these big sheds we've got and stuff like that. Like, could we just set up something with like some wee pens and a couple of Valley Black Nose sheep, couple of goats and all that, and
Yeah.
just like sell tickets and folk come and feed the goats for you, feed the sheep.
yeah.
Is it make good money?
Yeah, well, yeah, we're doing not too bad. I think April was really good and Easter holidays were really good. May's been a little bit quieter during the weekends, but I think it's advertising. We need to advertise a little bit more. We're trying a radio advert just now, so I'm hoping that that'll sort of boost people. It's just letting people know that we're here is the...
A good thing to do is just to pay like a wee. It doesn't need to be a lot of money. You want to look for a TikToker that's not very big, but
Yes.
is like growing.
Yeah.
And has like.
Get them to come.
And they're quite good at making catchy videos.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
today, we're like, I mean, I don't know if you heard of the Coo Shed down here. I mean, they didn't pay for it; it just happened with them. But some TikToker went and used the vending
Yeah.
machines at the Coo Shed, like just about COVID time,
Yeah.
and then the whole thing went crazy, like
Yeah.
viral. Like,
Yep.
and it's like folk had never heard of milk before. It's like,
It's mad. I know, it's mad.
it's like you get a milk,
Amazing,
you get this
though.
milk from a cow, and then you can put strawberry in it, and you get this amazing milkshake. I will say Coo Shed milkshakes are amazing.
They are.
Absolutely amazing. But that was it. And you know,
Yeah.
theirs was just organic, but you could easily just message a couple of TikTokers and say, bring your kids to the farm for the day, give you a free entry and
Yeah.
Yeah.
£200 or something.
Yeah, I have been looking into that because I think that's probably...
It's about the
what we
best way
need.
to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everybody's sitting scrolling,
Yeah.
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 you know, and if you get a good one, the kids thing, everybody's desperate for stuff to do with the
Oh,
kids.
they are.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's why I'm also, you know, we've discussed it, but whether I want to go that route or just keep it as a farm.
I think with you, it's just difficult here because there is so much movement all the time and machinery, and you
Yeah.
don't really have there's no real separate bit here. Oh, this was that bit. That shed right up.
Yeah, but
back
even the
there.
big shed, there's a big shed there. I've got a big marquee in it. We've got a few hoodies in it. It's literally doing nothing. It's huge.
Yeah.
You could make that just this education barn.
Well, we use half the barn as well. So we've got like the outdoor space. I've got like a little log cabin. It's my wee shop area.
Yep.
And then we use half the barn so that I've got like a little role play village for the kids in there. And I've got like pedal tractors and bits and pieces in there for them to play with if the weather's really bad. They've got somewhere inside.
Yeah, you've got a backup.
And then we've got like a big sand pit, mud kitchen, bale climb, all that sort of stuff outside. People have picnics and things.
And it does do a good turn.
Yeah. And we do pick your own flowers as well. So we do pick your own sunflowers, and I've got gladiolus to try this year. And we do pumpkins for October as well. Pumpkin patch.
Sounds
alright,
good.
doesn't it?
Sounds good.
And it,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Hard
it's-
work. It's all.
Well, that's what's worrying me a wee
yeah.
bit. It does sound like hard work as well.
But it's
why-
because
that's
I'm
why I keep
trying to
asking,
do
it does a
everything
good-
together as well. Because I'm doing show stuff that the two kids
Like, show, remember? I
It's-
forgot
yeah.
about that. I carry your show.
Yeah.
Think you could achieve,
But,
eh? Think you could achieve.
She's a superstar though.
To be fair, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
And your husband, I think, what does he
He works
do
on
with
the
this?
farm, the
Yeah,
family farm.
Yeah, but
So
he
it's a
did-
separate business. But yeah.
Aye, but it's all part of the same farm, or?
Yes. So there's two sites. So they're cattle as well. They farm Aberdeen Angus.
Okay.
But that's like the main farm. We're over on the other farm, which was mainly used for arable, but we moved back to the farm 2 years ago. It's actually something I've always wanted to do. I did my college dissertation on it years ago before I'd met him or anything. So it's kind of come
On
full
the
circle.
agritourism type
Yeah,
thing.
and doing like a
Agri.
farm park kind of thing. Yeah. So it's kind of come round, which is. Yeah,
What
it's
do you
good.
need, like insurance and stuff? Probably be similar to the show. You just need like what? You phone you with NFU, do you
Yeah,
just,
nephew. Yeah.
and just say I'm going to do this, and they sort it out.
Yeah. They were really good.
And do you
to
need
deal with.
hand washing stations and all this
Yes,
stuff?
that was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Council has been difficult. Yeah.
Have they?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of what, like this,
Trying to
the
get planning
rules?
permission and rules and all sorts has just been.
need planning
it's been
permission?
hard. Well, yeah, but I think I was too honest. I think a lot of people that do agritourism businesses, they've like done stuff and then applied in retrospective planning. Is that what they call it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Ask
I
for
started
forgiveness,
off.
not permission.
Yes, which
Yep,
is what I should have
that's-
done.
That's one of my mottos for life.
But I should have done that and I didn't.
Oh,
So.
sorry. Didn't realise.
Yeah.
Right, it tells not to be bold. Right, okay, sorry. But you would recommend it?
Yeah, it's been, and I really enjoy it as well. And it was supposed to be something that we can do around the kids and something I can do after. It's
Yeah.
like try to go back to work after I've had the two kids. It was really difficult to try and work out childcare and dropping off
Yeah,
and bits and
yeah.
pieces. So, and that was another reason I'd got involved with the show as well, because it's like flexible hours. I can do it round
Yeah.
other things.
Yeah.
The weekends only idea is good too.
So yeah,
Isn't it? Just like
Yeah.
just weekends.
I will do extra days off like when the school holidays, but only like 3 days or something.
And what were you doing before this?
So I was deputy centre manager at Red Wings Mountains.
Oh,
So so up at the horse sanctuary. So when I'd had my first daughter, I went back 3 days a week and I loved it and it was good. But then that was kind of how I got involved with the show and stuff as well. And then I kind of knew we were going to have another one and what was I going to do. And so yeah, it all just stemmed from there.
Who's your big rival show? What's your next closest?
Angus show.
Oh,
That's a county show.
yeah, go to that one. That's like our version of Air Show. That's like for the
Yeah.
whole.
Big
It's the big one.
Yeah.
And then there's ourselves, Ailith show,
Okay.
and then Fair Cairn.
And they're all kind of local ones close
Yeah.
by. Yeah, Angus is a good show. They've got the shear in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we sponsor the singlets. Have you done those singlets yet? They still to do. Are we doing singlets for them?
No.
I think we are.
When's the show?
It's
When is Angus show?
7th next week on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a week on Saturday.
Great. Are you joking?
No, I couldn't joke.
You're part of the 5 shows gates. We'll own the
Aye,
gates
do you know?
and share
Do you know? I
them.
think what I've done is I've said to Mike Simpson, "I no bother, we'll do that," and maybe didn't say to you.
Yeah, it's a week
This
on
is awkward,
Saturday.
but I'll.
Sorry.
No,
Can't
no,
win
just
the
as well.
pigeons.
No, just as well you said that, because it would be really awkward on the day
Yeah.
if he was like, "Where's the singlets?" and I was like, "Oh, sorry about that." 7th of June, you said.
Yeah, week on Saturday.
Where are we a week on Saturday? 3 counties. Cornwall. I'm in Cornwall. No, can't be. Is that a week on Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Saturday's the 31st of May.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking 7th. So it's on the 31st.
No, the 7th.
It is
As in
the
this
7th.
Saturday's the 31st, so next Saturday's the 7th.
Aye, first Saturday in
June.
June. Then there you go. No, is it right? Okay, I thought it's not because. Do you know only why I'm unsure? Because New Mill show's first Saturday in June, and I usually go to New Mill show. It doesn't really clash with Angus. That's how I don't understand. Is it?
Angus is there a week earlier this year. It was
Is that?
it was the second Saturday last year.
Right, that's what it is then. It came a different time. Listen, we'll talk about this
Unless
off
we've
camera.
done that ages ago. Unless
Yeah,
I've
I'm
done
sure we
them
have.
ages ago.
I'm sure we have. I'm sure they're done ages ago. If you're listening, don't panic. Right, when's this one going out? This going out Tuesday, so just before. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. No shearing at Kirriemuir though.
We do
We
a shearing
do
demonstration.
Oh, who does that?
Peter Smith,
Okay.
one of the directors.
Yeah. Just a few sheep in the pen up in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he talk when he shears?
Yeah, I think we did an end of the... had a bike last year to call the clippers.
Aye. That's good. You get them at speed shears
Oh,
sometimes.
cool, yeah.
You what the bike powers the shears.
Does the
and use
electricity.
it. Yeah. You don't have him eating a pie and down a pint though involved in that.
No, I haven't done that. It's always an idea.
Some folk do that for the speed shear thing, but aye, that's when it gets.
We'll have
into-
a really good education tent. 2 local teachers do that for us, so we'll have the sheep shearing beside it, and kids just really love it.
Yeah. That's, to be fair, I'm supposed to be doing that in New Mills, which is New Mills. It's not our most local show, but we rent the ground that New Mills show is on, so we have to have the sheep off it and all that for, what is it, 3 weeks before the show or something like that, to be clear. So we have to, for MV and all this stuff. So so it is kind of our localist show, but I was supposed to be a shearing demo at it, but we're at Cornwall. That last day, Cornwall run. This is our first time going to Royal Cornwall. So we'll see what that's like. But we're missing New Mills, which is always good
That's a
crack.
shame, I know.
I take it, like, once she's finished for the day, do you get a barbecue? Do you have like a committee barbecue or something? Is there a bit of downtime for yourselves to enjoy the show?
No.
By the time that the bar
least
and
you're
everything's closed, it's like...
Everybody's like lost a
Yeah.
bit of foot in height, and then we've spent
Scun
all
it.
the day next day taking it down.
Yeah, to go again.
Well, to pack up the field and that's
Aye, but that's what I mean. Just that's it. All the buzz is done for the year. Okay. What time is the beer tent shut? I think you have to get a license.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at 8 o'clock.
I don't even know if it's... I think it's 7.
7.
Yeah.
Is it?
Right.
Councils are getting so stingy about everything. Like, why are they so miserable?
But it's 7 o'clock on a show.
Well, if you've been there since 6:30.
Yeah, we could probably get the license later if we wanted to. It's trying to get people to man the bar.
And stay.
Okay, and stay that late.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you get into, do you need security and everything
Oh, do you not
else?
need security if you finish at 7?
Well, we don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have like the show directors and
There's-
everything.
there's
Yeah.
always
But we
folk
don't
on
have
about.
like...
Yeah, you don't
I
need
guess
G4S or any of
no.
these guys. Right, okay. Yeah, okay, I suppose that. And that is when the costs get
Yeah.
way out of control if you need all that stuff. Because that'll be the big issue with things like Airshow. Well, Airshow will probably have a lot to pay for the actual venue because it's
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
race
the
course.
race course, yeah.
That'll cost a fortune. And then, the
The
security.
security will be so
Yeah,
expensive.
because Airshow is quite famous for the bar and it's...
Yeah. So I've heard.
Aye, it's
I
mental.
saw the videos from the other week when it was on. I was like,
Oh,
it
with
looked
that the
fun.
Glen
Yeah.
playing. Have you seen that TikTok?
Yeah, I did see a TikTok. What's that song again called?
Oh,
the Glen,
The
is it
Glen,
something?
aye.
Yeah, the song of the summer. Poor Calvin Harris had no chance once that was out. No, it's fantastic. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the show? Or you just hope people come along, support
Yeah,
it?
support it.
You know, the hard work that goes in behind it, behind
Yeah.
the scenes.
Get your entries in,
Send,
please.
please.
Entries close on the 22nd of June. So that's always my
Get your
bugbear.
sheep and cattle and
Please.
horses entered.
Horses.
Are you taking the Shetland pony?
No.
Is there a donkey class?
No.
No, donkey's quite bitey. Quite bitey.
No, my Shetland pony's worse.
Is it?
Neither of them are particularly bad, but yeah.
All right, donkeys aren't bitey.
No.
No, okay.
Why not? No.
Say Shetlands would be more.
Shetlands are...
Cantankerous.
Yeah.
Cantankerous. I had random tangent, just very quick. I had a Shetland pony when I was young. Called Patch.
Did you actually?
I did, aye. Yeah. Weird.
Right.
At my grandpa's. It was at my grandpa's. I don't know what the story was with that actually, but yeah. We used
But it was yours.
Well, it was mom's, I think, aye.
Right.
I think. Yeah. And we used to go and ride it now and again, this wee pony.
Did you?
Shetland pony, yeah.
Nice.
It wasn't really my thing, but
No.
no, I was never really, I don't like heights.
The Shetland.
I really don't like heights.
I didn't know you didn't like heights.
I'm terrible with heights. Absolutely
Heights
shocking.
and seasick.
Well, I'm not scared of being seasick. I'm just like, bring it on. I'm going to throw my guts up. And then, but once you've done it, you're fine.
Are you?
You know what it's like. See, once you get it out of the way, you're
Fine.
It's absolutely fine. It's like that if you drink too much. It's like
Aye.
it's not actually being sick's the worst bit. It's
the
It's
feeling.
the impending doom.
It's the head spinning.
After it, you're usually like, oh, what a relief.
Yeah,
That
it
was
feels
great.
so good.
It's the same with seasickness. Like if you once like there was that funny video of me coming back for Harris and the boat's going like yawn and I've got the bucket and I'm just waiting for it to come.
Oh, jeez.
And it's just the waiting.
Yeah.
Once it's done, you're like, crack on, open the beers, like we're sorted.
Yeah.
But it's that first bit. Anyway, look forward to a cruise someday soon. But no, girl, it's been fantastic having you. Thanks very much for the chat, and good luck with the show.
Thank
All the
you.
best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're back. Thanks to Shona and Holly for coming down to Ayrshire to tell us about Cammy Iona show. Hopefully it goes well for them. Hopefully as weather changes.
I
Do we have a
know.
bit of sun now? I know we asked for the rain, but we only asked for a wee bit of rain. Like, calm down. So yeah, Cammy Iona show coming up. Interesting. Shona was talking there about she's the first woman chairman of the show, and we're asking about, is it chairwoman, chairperson, what is it? And literally the weekend after hearing that, I was listening to Off the Ball,
Right.
and they were talking about a football club who has a woman chairman.
Really?
And they start in Stuart Cosgrove started going, is it women chairman or chairwoman or chairperson or what is it? And Tam Cowan, the quick light, goes, oh jeez, you're starting to sound like John Swinney there. And just a reference to the Gender Recognition Act and all that stuff,
yeah,
is it chairwoman, chairman, chairperson? What is it? Nobody knows. I thought it was just Tam Cowan on Off the Ball and BBC Scotland is just very sharp-witted, straight as you like. It's starting to sound like John Swinney. Anyway, he's getting a bit of flack this week actually. About,
is he?
Yeah, I see his Climate Change Committee, Triple C, recommending reducing livestock numbers, certainly cattle numbers, by 30%.
Jesus.
In the same week, QMS is asking everyone to get 2 more cattle on, or else, we
not
need
gonna
2 more
have
cows per herd, or else we'll be like below critical mass, and producers, etc., processors, etc., won't have enough stock
To keep going.
to keep the whole, keep the lights on, sort of thing. And then this is coming out. Although, I'm pretty sure it's the Climate Change Committee that said this, and not actually the SNP and government.
Okay.
Like, I think it's them saying, we recommend this. Like, it's kind of like, yeah, their job's easy. Like, how do we reduce global warming? We'll just pick something and decimate it.
Yeah.
It's like Thanos. If anybody's seen the Avengers idea, it's like Thanos. He's got a great idea where he's like, the best way to save the planet, he's got a thing where he just snaps his fingers and like half the people disappear. Well, it's like the Climate Change Committee. If they wanted to do their job right, they could just come back and say, do you know, if we reduce the world population by 50%,
Would be fine.
the planet would be great.
Absolutely fine.
And it would.
Yeah.
And that's the idea of that kind of thing. Thanos is like, he's a bad guy, but also people are kind of like, he's got a good point.
Yeah, no, fair play to him.
He's got a good point.
Yeah.
And as long as he keeps Thor and gets rid of the rest, like, he's a funny one, so it's all right. So yeah, that's the Climate Change Committee coming out of that. We'll see how that all unfolds. I really don't see them going that route. I see Scottish Farmer and stuff talking about it this week, but I don't see how it's possible at all to go that route, because we need good quality protein.
Yeah.
And there's a million other things we could target. Anyway, what's on this week for us? We've got North Sheep. That's tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to that.
This goes out on Tuesday. That's tomorrow for North Sheep. You're doing that
Yeah.
along with who?
Louise.
You and Louise are coming down to that. I'll be there obviously as well.
Yep.
On the stand all day. You don't know where we are, do you?
No.
No, somewhere on the showground. You won't miss us. And then I'm driving down straight from North Sheep. Yeah, I know. Wincing here. From North Sheep to Royal Cornwall.
You are indeed.
And we're going to be at Royal Cornwall show for 3 days. And then back home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you not back on Sunday?
Yeah. That's it.
4 days?
No. Yeah, I was thinking maybe just drive up for the night. Is that crazy? It's a fair run. How is it? How
It's a
far is
fair
it?
run.
What is it? 10 hours?
Yeah.
10 hours?
Like that's.
Is it 10 hours? I knew it was 10 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
could even do part of the way up.
And just stop somewhere and get a hotel.
Because I feel like, see, once you're finished up at the show at like what time? 6?
Oh, surely the last day will be done for 5. would you not?
5.
I mean, I could leave at 5.
You just shoot. Because you could get a big chunk. You could get home. You need a few. But then you're not going to have anybody in there with you. Keep you awake.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's quite 10 hours drive in a Luton van. That's the worst.
I know.
I hope the gears run the cruise control. We just hire the vans, so sometimes you get one with cruise control, sometimes you don't. If there's 2 vans, can we try and structure it so that I'm getting the
Cruise control, yeah.
cruise control van?
You'll be insured in both of them, so.
It'll no matter. Okay, yeah, if I get the cruise control van, that would help massively.
Okay.
Because you know what it's like when you start falling asleep, you lose speed.
Cammy,
and I'll lose so much time. There is actually an argument for not having cruise control.
I know.
I tell you what though, see that new pickup?
Unreal.
That is Isuzu. Like, this auto drive thing. So I think it's maybe law now. I don't know, but like a lot of cars I think have it. But it's like auto steer and cruise control that brakes. If there's a car in front of you, so say you set the cruise at 70 miles an hour, and there's a car in front of you doing 60. As you approach that car, your car keeps a huge braking distance and just slows down.
So clever.
And then as you pull out, it goes back up once it knows there's not a car in front. And it also has this button. It's like a steering wheel button. You press this button, and then you do have to keep your hands on the steering wheel, but it keeps you. What was it like coming back from whatever show we were at?
Welsh sheep. Yeah.
Like you could, like I was letting my hands off the steering wheel, and it was literally Tesla videos. You've seen Teslas like auto driving. It literally steering around the corner, wasn't it? With the trailer on. No bother, and then it brakes. So see, that technology is going to reduce so many crashes.
Yeah, it is.
Because then what happens?
Then it beeps if your hands haven't been on the steering wheel.
Yeah, so because I was taking my hands off the steering wheel, and then there's this really loud beeping.
Yeah.
That would, if you'd nodded off,
it would
wake you up. And the fact it just steers for long enough and keeps your speed back from hitting anything, like,
yeah, it's clever.
it's genius.
Yeah, it is. That's a
It's
game changer.
Oh, it's going to save so many accidents. I will say I am actually quite good at stopping if I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, not worth it.
Well, I did it for years, night shift for the police. And it was the odd time you had to pull off the M77 and just snooze for 25 minutes just to get it home.
Yeah.
Absolute torture that when you're falling asleep driving.
Oh, it's horrible.
'Cause, like-
when you feel your eyes going.
Oh, and it's like you hit the rumble, the rumble strips saved me loads of times coming home from work, but you hit the rumble strips and you get a terrible fright and your heart's like, I was away there. It's like, right, focus again. Right, I'll not fall asleep now because adrenaline.
I know.
You think, that's it, I'm awake now. I'm awake now.
Yeah, that's me.
I've seen me run up and down the hard shoulder.
Really?
Aye.
Just to get yourself
get the blood
awake.
flowing and get you awake. That does work quite well, actually. So you just like a few sprints.
Maybe don't recommend that.
No, but if it's that or you literally just cannot keep your eyes open anymore. Like, and I've been totally beat. I've seen me this is like 3 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah.
3 a.m, 6 a.m, probably 7 a.m. Pull in and do a few sprints. It gets the blood flowing.
For doing your
But we'll not be
shearing
doing
run.
that. Yeah, and then straight home to go shearing. I know, God, I've done that before. I went to Ali Islands one time at Lightshaw.
Did you?
Straight off the night shift.
Oh, jeez.
Shattered. Someone was meant to be giving me a hand and they pulled out last minute.
Awful.
So Ali had the sheep standing in, Ali and Kirsty. So I just went and showed them myself. Ali, remember this if he's listening. Just went and showed them myself 300 sheep.
Oh my God,
Myself.
Callie, that's awful.
Myself, straight off the night shift.
That is awful.
That was tough. And then because it took me so long because I was so tired, I had time to go home. I didn't even have time to go home and get a sleep. I went home straight back to night shift.
That is.
Can you imagine what use I was that night when you're
That
phoning
is
for? I know, it's terrible.
awful.
We ended up arresting a junkie on a warrant. He handed himself in a warrant. I was actually CID at that time, so it must have been a apprehension warrant, or I can't remember. There's some sort of warrant we used to have to deal with because you have to do a Q&A, or you had to charge him on tape. That's what it was. Anyway, boring bit. I'm saying junkie, male of drug user appearance for the politically correct. We're standing at the bar, and what these guys do when they hand themselves in and warrant is as they're coming in and warrant, they just gob a heap of drugs
Right, okay.
to get them through the night.
Right, okay.
So
yeah.
right, we're going into the police station. I'll take my 10 Valium
And then that was.
or whatever, and then that'll knock me out, and I'll just sleep, and then we'll go to court in the morning. They do it all the time. So anyway, he's standing at the bar. This is the night after been shearing sheep all day. This is absolutely true. I'd love to get the footage of it. And we're standing at the bar, holding an arm each, as you do when you're the custody officer's reading over his things. And he's obviously, drugs are hitting him, and he's like swaying about and all this. And I'm standing next to him holding his arm going... Barely, but this point, and this is the worst
God,
I'd
you'd
ever.
be
It
so
was very
tired.
unprofessional. I will take the criticism. It was very
Yeah,
unprofessional.
you'd be so
but that
tired.
was the worst I'd ever been. Like, I was like, and I could see myself up on the camera. And I'm like, the two years are swinging, and my mate knew me well enough. He knew I was shearing sheep all day, like I'd been telling him. And he was just kind of making up for the two of us holding us both steady. But honestly, the footage of that was so funny to have, just the two of us. Like, he's on Valium and I've been shearing sheep all day. Oh God, what a memory.
You doing less sheep this year?
Yes, actually,
Good call.
I don't think I'm going to do next to no shearing for other people this year.
Okay.
We're doing more shows this year, but also we've so much of our own stock.
I know.
There's so much work to do about here.
There is.
Even getting the silage pit ready for silage and just all the other wee things of grass that's needing to get topped to, keep the job right. Sheep, we're not finished marking yet. We're hopefully doing that after this podcast. We're going straight out to do that. All these wee jobs. Like last year we missed lambs with coxie and just went on it on time, and then, they suffered just because...
You were spreading yourself too thin.
Yeah, well, just a way doing that. I was having a day in between shows and I was going to shear other folks' sheep.
Yeah.
When our own sheep should have been done. That said, we've done the same this year as we did last year. We've just covered everything in click.
Okay.
So the cross shows get clicks in. That gives them 8 weeks cover. So it'll be 8 weeks before we need to...
You were going to say that wasn't recorded.
No, I just had a terrible feeling there. It'll be 8 weeks before that runs out. So, they were mostly done beginning of May. So as long as I get them by the end of this month, they'll be fine. And then the Cheviets and the kind of the Clins and the other stuff that are a bit later lambing, they got click extra. So that gives them 19 weeks cover. So I'll just wean them and shear them in August.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll just wean them. Might wean them before August. Maybe not those hill ones, I don't know. And we'll shear them just once they're weaned and it's dead easy.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Sorted.
Yeah. But yeah, apart from that, I think that's all the plans ahead. I was going to ask you if you have anything on, but you'll just really be working. Well, you might have a wee jolly whilst we're away to Cornwall, will you?
Oh, yeah. Long weekend
You're
for
not
me.
coming to Cornwall. It's Tina and...
Tina, Leah and Joanna. Yep.
So the 3 girls coming to Cornwall. We're setting up a marquee. That's hard work. The 3 of them going down tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. And the show's on Thursday?
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday,
So we're
Saturday?
going to have a travel day and then set up the following day.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Give them a full day to set up.
Yeah.
Less stressful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take the stress off.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, that's all happening. We hope to see you down there. Iona, is there anything else you want to add in the chat this week?
Well, it's not really a Friday chat, is it?
Nah, but we're just because we won't be able to do a Friday chat. We're just
Yeah, that's true.
no good scenarios. Folk like the grape.
Oh, yeah. What was the sort of general feedback on that?
General feedback seemed to be don't eat any grapes.
Yeah.
Think of the kids.
I spoke to Dad about it, and he said...
But can I I'll just reiterate for anyone that missed the last
Oh, yeah.
podcast. The scenario was if there was 1,000 grapes and one of the grapes would kill you, but every grape you eat is worth £100,000, how many grapes would you eat?
So Dad said no, not worth the risk.
Well, he would say that.
Then
Like,
he
that
said,
was $100,000 to
he
your
said
dad.
the older, he said that, I think he thinks it'll change the older he gets.
Oh, it might come a
So
day
the
where he's
older
like,
he's like, well, I've maybe not got that many years left in me anyway. I could take the risk.
oh, and he'll be like the guy that said, keep going till you get the winning grape.
What?
Oh,
He's
it's like
shearing.
my knee pain and all that.
He started, yeah.
Your dad's shearing.
Isn't that mad? 68?
68. Iona's dad's 68 and he's shearing his own sheep. It's incredible. All the
Yeah.
tups are done.
Tups are done, into the hogs. He's done the LUs. They were tough going. He said for him, it's not the actual shearing, it's the turning them and dragging them out the pen.
When, I tell you, see, before you go away from here, let me give you a comb and cutter,
Right, okay.
right? A comb and a couple of cutters away, because last time I was at your dad's, I saw the gear he was shearing with. And like shearing's hard, but it's even harder when your gear's not sharp because the sheep will kick a bit more and all that.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll game it and you can try and you grab his old stuff off him.
Right, okay, and
bring
then
it here and
sharpen
we'll sharpen it for him. Right. He's probably got it sharpened, but like we can do it right.
Okay.
Okay. So that's I'm worried sick about him. I tell you, it'd be better just eating those grapes.
And maybe that's what he's turning towards.
Aye,
And me
aye.
and him had such a nice day on Saturday. Went away to Drum and Show.
And how was Drum and Show?
It was good.
What did you do?
I presented prizes
For
for sheep, beef, and overall.
and what was it? Was it a cow or a beast
Yeah.
or a sheep? What was it?
Cow one overall.
Okay. Do you remember the breed?
No, I actually don't.
It's cows.
I don't.
Yeah.
Brown, kind of tan colour.
Okay. Could be a ling or a limousine or is it big and muscly? Or they all look big and muscly, don't they, at
aye.
the show? Okay.
Um,
Some poor bugger listening to this that was overall champion.
I know that's really... Should I just look it up? That's bad.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's a cow. They wouldn't expect you to remember a...
Yeah,
You're a
okay.
sheep person. Who won the sheep? Do you know that? That's the test for you.
Yes, Jamie Perry won the
So
sheep.
You're a sheep. That's fine. With what?
Mule.
Scottish mule. Okay. Right, was it a nice sheep?
It was a lovely sheep. I don't really know much about mules, do you know? But I thought it looked nice.
A good sheep's a good sheep, though.
Yeah. But it stood it literally stood for the whole of the overall, because that judging took for ages, because they had like the horses running up and down, and literally sheep didn't move like the whole time.
They did it well trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll know his stuff, I would think. Jamie, did they have a rabbit in it?
No rabbit this year. There was a
Was there a
comment
rabbit?
made towards it, that though.
There was a rabbit last year.
And it won.
No, but was that a Drimming?
I think it must have been, because they said
No,
on
it was
the...
Turriff.
Was it?
It was Cammy Jackson.
That is
aye.
so funny that you said that, because they mentioned it on the microphone, and when I thought, oh, that must have been at
Oh, it's
Drimming.
folklore now. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, well, someday, this is a true story, Cammy, if you're listening. Cammy knows it's good banter. Someone came up to me at the farm. I was at a farm rope. Forgot to talk about that.
yeah.
At White Rashes with Landward, like good old fashioned farm rope. You know, a farm rope is like when you sell off all the implements and tractors, etc. Up there at Derek and Linda were the farmers, and they were, you know, that was the end of their farming career, and it was a fantastic day. Like, great getting all the community together. Those good old fashioned ropes, like you just don't get them anymore. So that was good. But someone came up to me, and I don't know how, someone must have just said to me them who I was, and they must not have really known who I was or something. And they come up to me and they said something about you're not doing any judging this year or something like that. I says no, and I knew straight away when he said that. I was like, I don't think this guy knows who I'm not sure what this guy's talking about.
Yeah.
I says no. He says that was some laugh last year when you picked that rabbit for the overall champion. So at MD, I think Cammy will text me straight away if I'm wrong here, but I think he picked a rabbit for the overall champion. It was either first or second, I can't remember, at Turriff Show or something like that, or Granton or whatever it was. It was just hilarious at the time. And I says, no, I says, oh, you're getting me mixed up with Cammy Jackson, blah, blah, blah. He's a wee bit shorter than me. No, he's good looking. That's him. Cammy's obviously been on the podcast. Cammy and Rachel have both been on the podcast. So anyway, that was the crack. And I says, hi. I says to him, like, who's to say? Like, I says to him, do you know about rabbits? I says, oh, nothing. He says, well, who's to say it wasn't the best in show? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was my point. Who's to say it's not? Unless you're a rabbit expert.
Yeah, true.
How do you know? And maybe Cammy is a rabbit expert. Do you know what I mean? What he does in his own time's his business.
Absolutely.
All right. Anyway, that was yeah. Was still funny. Was still funny.
I
Picking
can
a rabbit.
kind of see a resemblance between you and Cammy Jackson. A wee bit.
Okay. We're both tall
Yeah.
and going grey. He's going grey as well.
Is he?
Yep. It's just life, innit?
Aye.
Life. Comes to us all. Can't dye your hair like you. Do you dye your hair?
Yep.
Totally.
No. That's my natural colour. Like the dark is my
that's quite
natural
dark
colour.
And then just put highlights
Just
in
wee
it?
highlights.
Why? Because it's so dark.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just one of those things you just start dyeing your hair.
I saw that Farmstrong are using a headshot of you for. So I'll talk about that quickly. We'll wrap this up just shortly. But your Farmstrong
Yes.
farm walk.
Doing a live podcast the night before Highland Sheep.
Okay, you'll be nervous there.
I know. I think I will.
But that's all right. That one, because you're good at talking about like mental health and mental health and those things
that sort of thing.
come with it. Yeah, mental health things. What are mental health
You're
things?
not so much.
No, I'm struggling a bit. Yeah, I can't because I can just think of the different facets of it. Depression, is it, and anxiety, and I think stress.
I would say stress is my thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Not now, obviously. Working with the sheep.
Oh
game.
no, I'm calm as ever.
Aye. Yeah. Serious. Been a busy week. Yeah, it's a busy week. All the things we probably forgot.
What were you going to say about the headshot?
Oh yeah, you had your extensions in the headshot.
Oh yeah, blonde,
'Cause I was
very
like, well, I've
blonde.
got a good headshot there, and you said that was my extension era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short-lived.
Not doing that now.
No.
What's wrong with it?
Oh, I just don't think it's very good for your hair and that. Like, and why?
But bleaching it is.
Good point, well made.
I know, listen, if anybody knows about how to look after your hair, it's me. I don't even use shampoo. Anyway, that's us for this one. Thank you very much for listening. We'll be back next week with another interview. We are going to catch. I'm catching Phil Stalker at Scott Sheep, North Sheep, and that will be next week's interview. So, good timing. We're nearly on your schedule. I've been Cammy.
I've been Iona.
And we're all
Fed by farmers. But that's to remind me to remind you to phone that person.